The problem with if. An if statement is useful for checking a single condition, but when if statements are used to check multiple conditions using else if, they can start to get unwieldy. The code ends up being visually noisy with a lot of repetitious text that doesn't add new information. The left-hand side of the image below shows an if statement with an enum. You can see that a lot of text is repeated and the enum gets a little lost in the rest of the code. So if choice is pasta, return pasta, burger, burger. So this is really redundant. And in this last else statement, it just returns soup, but it's not saying that it's soup here. I think they meant this just to be else, not these two. So I think the choice is equal to soup was not intended to be in this image. So the right-hand side of the image highlights another problem with the if statement. The last choice isn't really anything else. It's soup. So here it's just saying else. So here it's pasta, burger, else. If you were reading this code without knowing the last case in the enum, you'd have to guess. Rewriting the function to use specific case doesn't help the situation much. So using each specific case, we have pasta, burger, soup, and then choice is equal to pasta, burger, soup, and then returning, how did we get here? And then cook lunch soup gives us some soup. You still need the final return statement. Otherwise, the function causes an error because it can't be sure that you've covered all the possible cases in the if statement. Experiment. Comment out the final return statement to see an error. So we comment this out and try to run the program. Missing return in global function expected to return string. Uncomment it again, and try to change the value passed in to cook lunch so the final else statement is called. Hint, how would you get an enum value that didn't match anything in the if statement? So if we said return cook lunch. So if we went for our jambalaya again, and then we run our program. Lunch choice has no member jambalaya, so it doesn't even allow this to run, so really you would never get this return statement. So I'm going to actually just comment this out. Apparently, if statements aren't a great fit when dealing with enums. So what is?